Okay, I want to show you something. This is a aspen tree. Okay, see that? Got another one over here. It's growing from its roots and everything like that. But this is what I want to show you. I went ahead, see all these? This is a normal size for an aspen tree leaf. Okay, you see that? It's normal size. Now, see this? Now let me show you all the way up here. See that? This, here's my hand. That is from Compost Tea. This right here is a normal size. In fact, let's get this one right here. Those in here, right here. See those? Those are before I stuck Compost Tea. But this end, bigger. And then, of course, we get the really big ones. All from Compost Tea. I just stuck it right on the roots, straight up. And that's what I'm getting. So if you don't know if Compost Tea really works, all you have to do is look at this video and you will see that it does. Alright, here, I have some more things to show you. Alright, this is a peach tree. Okay, here's a peach tree. Now, I use Compost Tea on it, and you gotta understand that this tree, which I barely can get into the frame here, used to be really tiny. If I show you, if I can, where my hand is, don't know if you can see it, but right there is the end of last year. That was the growing stop. Then it started growing and growing and growing up to here at the end of the season. We're in the 1st of September. So do you see how much it's grown since I planted it last fall? It's grown huge with Compost Tea. Ha ha ha. Okay, don't look at the rest of the yard. We just bought this home last year. It had someone didn't really take good care of the yard. And so we're trying to clean it up. It's going to take some time. You see this? This is my tomato bush. Now we got weeds everywhere, so ignore those because we're working on getting rid of those. We just decided to plant a couple of vegetables in here just to see if we can grow it this year. This was with Compost Tea. You see how big it is? There it is. It's pretty much a bush now, but we are getting all sorts of tomatoes. In fact, I gotta pick some. I'll show you. See here? Here. Yep. These are cherry tomatoes. You see that? Cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. I've got them everywhere here. Now, this bush is blown over from the top. See, I had to put a cage on it. But it was about this tall from the cage, and it blew over because of some really bad rainstorms. But here, it keeps on growing, doesn't matter. I also have a beautiful pepper right here. It's a chocolate beauty. I don't know. It's September. I don't know if it's gonna let it grow into a full green, or a full brown. But here is my peppers. Let me show you some other things. Here, wait one moment. Alright, here we have an eggplant, again with compost tea. Yes, compost tea. We got some flowers. I'm hoping the frost will stay back until October so that we can have some wonderful eggplant, at least for my husband anyway. So anyway, there you go. There's that. Planted marigolds, but I found out afterwards you plant the French ones for the smell to stay away from pests. But here I wanted to show you. This is a goji berry, high in antioxidants. Sorry. And this thing was really, really little, just about 4 inches high a couple months ago. And look how huge it's gotten. And it has been producing and producing and producing. And yes, cow, compost tea. Yes, there you go. Alright, so here's my video so far of the things that I've done. And let me show you one last thing. I got distracted. Here is my basil. I'm sure it's ready for us to harvest, but I'd like to get some seeds from this first. So I'm hoping to figure that out. Again, this has been new for me. I was a farmer years ago when I was really little, but finally got some land and finally decided, well, even though the land's infested with weeds and a whole lot of other work that needs to be done, I decided to go ahead and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and start some plants and see what we can do. So here's my basil. It's growing nuts. It was really tiny when we planted it about a month ago. It's grown. Anyway, here, let me show you some other stuff. Here's my Reliance grape. I think it's depleted in some kind of food source. I don't know if it's magnesium or maybe the pH level is not right. So maybe it's getting too much of the apple cider that I have given in my compost tea. So the next time I give it compost tea, I'm going to do straight compost tea without my apple cider in it and see if that's the key culprit to that. So, and this little basil finally coming out of its deathbed. So it's slowly coming out of it. Yeah, I think this side of the yard just didn't have enough nutrients and stuff, so I've been trying to figure that out on my own. And I got a ton of bindweed I'm trying to get rid of too. So, lots of work. Anyway, one last thing. This is Jack Be Little. It was very light colored. Here, I'll show you an original leaf. This was one of the original leaves of this little Jack Be Little. And now look at it. See how beautiful it is? Nice green. Hopefully you can see that. Nice green leaves. They're huge leaves. And they're all over the place. And look, they're growing little tiny Jack Be Littles. There they are. See? It's a little dirty. But it's growing. And from how? Compost tea. Water. Our water is irrigation water, so it doesn't have any of the chemical stuff in there. We get it from the lakes up in the mountains. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you what we've done so far, and hopefully I can show you more as time goes on. I'm working on an indoor garden thanks to Ray. Praxis is his name on the tube channel. 5712, I think, or something like that. I'll have to let you know. Anyway, but he's taught us how to start doing indoor gardens. So I'm working on that right now, and when there's some life to it, I'll show you. Got a lot of work there too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will hopefully send you more. Anyway, have fun.